Today date is 13/7. So yesterday I have explained you about speed and velocity. Speed is a scalar quantity, velocity is a vector quantity. What is speed? It is the distance traveled per unit time. While the displacement is velocity is what? It is the displacement occurred per unit time. Speed equals to distance upon time, velocity equals to displacement upon time. It's clear? And as far as one dimensional motion is concerned, that is the motion in straight line. Motion in straight line is one dimensional motion. So as far as one dimensional motion is concerned, distance and displacement both will be numerically equal. Velocity and speed both will be numerically equal. Though velocity is a vector quantity, it has magnitude as well as direction, while the speed is purely scalar. Now there are some more terms. You must be aware about each terms. Uniform speed. Uniform means what? Constant. And all of you keep on writing also, because I will not write everything on the board. So you keep on writing also. Uniform speed means it is the constant speed. Constant speed. If a body travels equal distances in equal intervals of time, it is said to have uniform speed. If there is any body which is traveling 10 meter in every 1 second, 20 meter in every 5 minutes, what will you say? You will say that the body is having uniform speed. It is clear. Uniform speed if the body travels equal distances in a equal time intervals. Equal distances in over equal time intervals, then it is said to have uniform speed, constant speed. And if you say non-uniform speed, non-uniform speed. Non-uniform speed means variable speed. For example, speed of the train, speed of any motor vehicle, it is not uniform, it is non-uniform, because sometimes you increase the speed, sometimes you decrease the speed. It's clear. Therefore, when we move over a certain distance with the help of the motorbike or motor car, what happens? That motorbike or car is having the variable speed, means covering unequal distances in equal intervals of time. Means suppose it had traveled 5 meter in the first 1 second, then in the next 1 second it had traveled 50 meter, then in the next 1 second it had traveled only 20 meter. So body is said to have non-uniform speed, and usually most of the bodies travel with the non-uniform speed. It's clear. Now when any body is traveling with the non-uniform speed, then we determine the average speed. For example, when we say that the speed of this train is itna 60 km per hour, it does not mean that it is throughout 60 km per hour. It is the average speed. It is the average speed of the train. Sometimes it moves faster than this, sometimes slower than this, and sometimes it is at rest. It's clear. So we determine average speed. And what is the formula of average speed? To remember, total distance traveled upon total time taken. Now see here, average speed we determine only in those cases when the body is traveling with the non-uniform speed, with the variable speed. If it is traveling with uniform speed, then there is no question of average speed. Then there is one term, instantaneous speed. Instantaneous speed means speed at any certain instant. Any certain instant. At any particular timing, what will be the speed? That is called the instantaneous speed. It's clear? For example, the speedometer in your vehicle, it gives the speed at any particular instant. What is the speed at any particular instant? That we can obtain from there. It is clear? So these are the terms with the in context of the speed. Now see here, when we talk about the velocity, in place of this, in place of speed, if I write velocity, uniform velocity, then what will be? I am writing here. So as you know that uniform velocity means velocity is consisting two things. It is having direction of motion as well as speed. Direction of motion as well as speed. What is the meaning of uniform velocity? Suppose a body is moving over this circular path with a constant speed of 20 meters per second. Body is moving over this circular path with a constant speed of 20 meters per second. Whether its velocity will be constant? So no, its velocity will not be constant. Why? Because suppose if the body is traveling in this way, then at any instant, what will be the direction of motion? Suppose at any instant it is at this point, direction of motion will be along the tangent here. When it is here, what is the direction of motion? It will be along the tangent. When it is here, what is the direction of motion? It will be along the tangent. Okay? So direction of motion is continuously changing. Therefore, velocity is not uniform. Velocity is not constant. It's clear? Constant velocity. Velocity is not constant. It is clear? And why it is not constant? Because here direction of motion is continuously changing. Now see here, you see one more example. A body is moving over the straight line with a variable speed. Body is moving over this straight line with the variable speed. Whether velocity will be uniform, so velocity will not be uniform. And why it will not be uniform? You can see here, direction of motion is continuously same. Since it is a straight line motion, there is no question of change of direction. Direction will always remain same. But since the speed is varying, therefore velocity will not be uniform. Velocity will be uniform only when speed remains constant as well as direction remains same. For example, if it body travels with uniform speed here, uniform speed on a straight line, then it will have uniform velocity. Then it will have uniform velocity. Now see here, if the velocity is not uniform, then we say that the velocity is non-uniform velocity. Non-uniform velocity means variable velocity. Now see here, variable velocity means, here you can see, either direction of motion changes or speed changes. Either speed is varying or direction of motion is varying or both is varying. It is clear? In that case, body will have non-uniform velocity. For example, here its velocity is non-uniform. Here velocity is non-uniform. When it travels with variable speed here, velocity is non-uniform. It is clear? Velocity is non-uniform. So non-uniform velocity means variable velocity. Variable velocity means either the speed of the body is changing or direction of motion is changing or both are changing. Both are changing. So see here one more thing. Body will travel when it travels on a straight line with variable speed. Traveling on a straight line with variable speed, it is said to have non-uniform velocity. It is said to have non-uniform velocity. But when it is traveling with the constant velocity, constant speed on the straight line, it is having uniform velocity. Now see here, after this, here there is a term net velocity. What is net velocity? So you can see here. Net velocity equals to net displacement upon time taken. Net displacement upon time taken. This is the net velocity, which we also call sometimes average velocity. Average velocity. As yesterday I was explained, after completing one rotation, average velocity becomes 0. After completing one rotation, average velocity becomes 0. And why it becomes 0? Because the displacement becomes 0. Displacement becomes 0. Then there is a term instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity means velocity at any particular instant. At any particular timing, what is the velocity? That is called the instantaneous velocity. Now see here, now I am going to tell you a new thing which you have not studied so far. What are the formulae of velocity or speed in calculus? In calculus, what is the formula of velocity or speed? So see here, what are the symbols of displacement? So symbols of displacement, general symbol is S. When body is having two-dimensional or three-dimensional motion, we represent displacement by S. But if the motion is one-dimensional, then either it is represented by X or by Y or by Z. It's clear? As we know that X, Y, Z are the three independent directions. These are the three independent directions. So when the motion is two-dimensional or three-dimensional, we represent displacement by S. Otherwise, in one-dimensional motion, we will use X, Y, Z. If body is moving along X-axis, we use the symbol X. If body is moving along Y-axis, we use the symbol Y. If the body is moving along Z-axis, we use the symbol Z. It is clear? Now see here, time is represented by which symbol? By T. We know that the velocity is numerically equal to displacement upon time. Velocity is numerically equal to displacement upon time. Now see here, in calculus, velocity equals to d by dt of s. d by dt of s. Though sometimes we say ds upon dt, but ds upon dt, reading this as ds upon dt is not correct. इज क्लियर? इसको ds अपॉन dt पढ़ना करेक्ट नहीं है, हम लोग ऐसे रफ लैंग्वेज में पढ़ते हैं जल्दबाजी में, बट करेक्टली इट इज d by dt of s, means displacement had differentiated with respect to t, it is ds upon d by dt of s. It is clear? This is the velocity, because we know that velocity equals to what? Displacement upon time. Sometimes we write it as delta s upon delta t. Suppose in a time interval delta t, body travels distance delta s, what will be the velocity? Velocity will be delta s upon delta t. If this time interval delta t is very small, it is zero, it is negligible. If this time interval is negligible, then we write velocity as d by dt of s. It is clear? It is written as d by dt of s. This is the velocity. Now you can see here. Here I am taking one question, and all of you remember one formula of the calculus which is very widely used in this chapter. D by dx of x to the power n equals to nx to the power n minus 1. About calculus I have explained in the videos. So if you have not watched those videos, you must watch. Otherwise, you will not be able to understand this. It's clear? So what is the formula d by dx of x to the power n? It is nx to the power n minus 1. Now all of you see here. Here power is raised over x. Power किसके ऊपर है? x के ऊपर है. And it is differentiated with respect to x. It is differentiated with respect to x. मतलब जिसके with respect differentiate कर रहे हैं और जिस पर पावर रेज किया गया वो दोनों सेम होना चाहिए, तभी ये फार्मूला लगेगा. मतलब अगर हम ये लिखें d by dy x to the power n, क्या ये होगा? सो नहीं होगा. It's clear? It will not be equal to this. You remember this thing. Now here this formula will not be applicable because both are different. It is differentiated with the variable y, power is raised there. Yes. So this will not be applicable. Is there any audio problem?
No, sir.
No, sir.
So I am going to solve one question. So this you keep in your mind. It is clear? And you must watch those videos in which I have explained about this calculus. So suppose displacement of the particle moving on a straight line is given by moving on a straight line at time t. Is given by s equals to t cube minus 3t square plus 5t plus 7. Determine its velocity. Determine its velocity at time t. One more thing you remember in this, d by dx of any constant, any numeral is 0. अगर केवल न्यूमेरल है, उसके साथ कोई t का टर्म नहीं है, कोई x का टर्म नहीं है, what will be? It will be 0. This we will remember. Now you have to determine the velocity. So I am going to solve this question. As you know that velocity equals to what? Velocity equals to d by dt of s. So in place of s, you can write this thing. In place of s, you write this. So it will be t cube minus 3 into t square plus 5 into t plus 7. Now after this, what will you do? जैसे तुम मैथमेटिक्स में अभी तक करते आए हो, what will you do? You will separate the terms. Terms को क्या कर देंगे? Separate कर देंगे, अलग अलग कर देंगे. Means it will be d by dt of t cube minus d by dt of 3t square plus d by dt of 5t plus d by dt of 7. Now see here, this will become 0. This will become 0 because this is the differential coefficient of constant. It is the differential coefficient of constant. This will become 0. Here it is 3 into t square. 3 you can remove here and write in the beginning here. Similarly, 5 you remove here and 5 you take out in the beginning. Now see here, you solve this. When you will solve this, what will you get? It is d by dt of t cube. Whether the formula will be applicable? Yes, these two are same. यहाँ भी t, यहाँ भी t लग जाएगा. What is the value of n here? So n is 3. N is 3. So it will be 3 into t की power 3 minus 1. 3 plus 3 into t की power 3 minus 1 minus 3. Here d by dt of t square. Whether formula will be applicable? Yes, both are same. What is power here? Power is 2. So it will be 2 into t की power 2 minus 1. It is clear? Then you can see here plus 5. What is power? No power means power is 1. Power is 1. When you will apply d by dt of t की power 1, so 1 into t की power 1 minus 1. 1 into t power 1 minus 1. When you will simplify it further, 3t square minus 6t plus 5. You can see here, t की power 3 minus 1, t square, 3t square. 2 की power 2, t की power 2 minus 1 means t की power 1 means simply t. So it is 3 2 ja 6t. And that is 5 in 1 ja 5, t की power 1 minus 1, t की power 0. और जब 0 होती पावर तो वैल्यू क्या होती है? 1. Means what is the velocity at any time t? Velocity at time t will be given by this. Velocity at time t will be given by this formula. It is clear? This is the velocity at the time t. Have you understood this thing? Now see here, Suppose you have to determine initial velocity. How will you find the initial velocity? Initial velocity means velocity at time t equals to 0. If you have not taken its screenshot, you can take. You take the screenshot. So see here. Initial velocity. Means velocity at t equals to 0. Velocity at time t equals to 0. When you will substitute here, what will you get? T into 0 square minus 6 into 0 plus 5. It is clear? Equals to, it is 0 minus 0 plus 5. That is, it is 5 meter per second. This is the initial velocity. Now see here one more thing. If velocity comes out positive, what does it mean? It means body is moving away from the origin of displacement. मतलब जहां से डिस्प्लेसमेंट मेजर करना शुरू कर रहे हैं उससे दूर जा रहा. Body is moving away from the origin of displacement. And suppose V comes out negative, then body is returning towards origin. Now what is the origin here? Means the displacement of origin. मतलब वो पॉइंट जहां से डिस्प्लेसमेंट मेजर करना शुरू किया गया. So all of you remember this thing. Positive and negative velocity means positive velocity going away from the origin, negative velocity returning towards the origin. So this is all about speed and velocity. You can note down it. All of you note down. Now very few students are attending the class. Only 32. Rest all will be marked absent. So see here. Now I am going to explain you about the new term acceleration. Now see here acceleration. It is represented by A, and it is also a vector quantity. Over the vector quantity, we put arrow. So what is acceleration? It is the rate of change of velocity. If any body is moving with the uniform velocity means constant velocity. Is there any change in velocity? No. There is no change in velocity, and therefore there will be no acceleration in that body. Acceleration produces only in those bodies which are moving with the variable velocity. And it is numerically defined as rate of change of velocity. That is change in velocity per unit time. Velocity per unit time. Change in velocity per unit time. Now suppose in the time interval delta t, velocity changes by delta v. In the time interval delta t, velocity changes by delta v. Then we write A equals to delta v upon delta t. It's clear? Now one more thing. If delta t is very small, if it is an infinitesimally small time interval, then acceleration can be written as dv upon dt. It is written as dv upon dt, d by dt of v. It's clear? So acceleration is defined as the rate of change of velocity. What will be its unit? So you know velocity meter per second upon second, that is meter per second square. Unit will be meter per second square. Now see here, if acceleration is positive, and here I am talking about the straight line motion. If acceleration is positive, then speed is increasing, 1D motion. All of you remember this thing, that this point we discuss in context of one-dimensional motion. Means speed increases. But as you know that in one-dimensional motion, there is no question of change of direction. Direction will remain always same. If acceleration is negative, then speed decreases. And negative acceleration is known as retardation. It is called retardation. It is clear? So this is the all about the acceleration. Now there are two more terms. One is uniformly accelerated motion. Uniformly accelerated motion. Uniformly accelerated motion means acceleration is throughout constant. Acceleration is throughout constant. Means there will be equal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time. There will be equal changes in velocity in equal intervals of time. There is a non-uniform accelerated motion. Non-uniformly accelerated motion. What does it mean? that A is not constant. A की वैल्यू कांस्टेंट नहीं है, A की वैल्यू वेरी कर रही है. Means velocity of the body changes unequally in equal intervals of time. पहले 10 सेकंड में चेंज हुई 2 मीटर पर सेकंड से, अगले 10 सेकंड में चेंज हुई 50 मीटर पर सेकंड से, अगले 10 सेकंड में चेंज हुई 30 मीटर पर सेकंड से. So velocity changes unequally in equal intervals of time. Then it is said to have non-uniformly accelerated motion. But if it changes equally in equal intervals of time, then it is a uniformly accelerated motion. For example, velocity of a freely falling body, motion of a freely falling body, it is uniformly accelerated.